My name is Janik Knittle. I'm a senior majoring in marketing. Originally, I switched majors. I was a mechanical engineering major for a while, and I switched to marketing because I'd like to start and run my own business at some point in my life. Startup Weekend is a worldwide sponsored day to foster the entrepreneurial ideas that everybody has in their everyday life. So what it is, it's sponsored by large companies such as Google, Coca-Cola, and in the case of the flight stuff, the NAU one is sponsored by NAU and NACET, which is the Northern Arizona Center for Entrepreneurial Technology. You go in and you pitch an idea against the entire group, which in our case it was about 60-something students, and they'd like everybody to pitch an idea. And I think we had about 40 or so ideas pitched, and then from there the class votes on their favorite ones. And then from that list, everybody kind of chooses where they want to go. And in my case, I went with the idea of a schedule swapping. The group, it manifests itself with people that it requires. In our case, it's an application, so we needed a couple software developers. And so in our case, we had 3 of them, plus a graphics design, and then another engineer, and then myself, marketing. The majority of the team are all seniors. I believe there are 2 that are, one's a junior and one's a sophomore, but the rest are all graduating in May. It starts out on Friday night, and we pitched our ideas about 8 o'clock or so, and then by 9 o'clock we had our groups decided, and then from then on we had as much time as we needed up until Sunday at 4 o'clock is when the final presentations were due. So we could do whatever we wanted in that amount of time. We just had to have an MVP, which is a minimal viable product. And in our case, we would like to have an application that worked. We literally spent the night in the engineering. Actually came up with a website and the programming behind it. During our presentation, we were actually able to demonstrate a live demo, whereas the other groups only had a picture of what their app would actually look like. Part of winning Startup Weekend, we were accepted into Launchbox, which is a program through NAU and NACET, and that is a student-run program where NACET's the incubator, and they provide the advisors in everything from patent lawyers to IP lawyers to developers, that kind of stuff. And then NAU will give us up to a $5,000 reimbursable grant for business success. We actually also had multiple offers from other incubators and other people that are interested in the idea and bringing us on. So we've been currently weighing each pro and con from each incubator to decide who's going to be the right fit for us. There were 8 groups, I believe, and they range from everything from a sales forecasting service to a backpack securing system. We could stay there all day if we wanted. We could leave. It was totally up to us. It's just that if we left, we missed out on the advisors who were constantly. It's something I've always wanted to do in my life. And BizBlock was great, but this was, it was kind of a step farther because, over the course of an entire weekend, it was a group of students who wanted the same thing. They want to get as much as they can out of it in a weekend. You're all dedicated to it, and then you have real world experience from super high up guys from Google and Paul Thomas and Frank Spitznagel, who there's just tons and tons of knowledge in there, and I think that opportunity more than anything else was just amazing.